going to do the 3500 relay programming. Inside the panel, there are two relay modules. These are 8-point relay modules, and they can be used to turn on lights or fans, horns. There are dry contact relays, so they can be used with either AC or DC voltage. And they do not come programmed from the factory, so we'll go through the programming procedure now. First, you'll have to log in. And log in as supervisor. Username super, password super. Go to main screen, and usually the relay controllers are found in this bottom zone here, so you press on the zone. The two relay modules inside the cabinet are shown here. To program the relays, you go to the one you want to program first, and you select the relay coil that you want to program. So I'm going to program coil number 1, so you press coil number 1, and the first thing you do is you want to select modify assignments, and the relay can be programmed for devices, to actuate on any device that's connected to the network. It can be programmed for a zone, so any detector in that zone can trigger the relay, or it can be programmed for global. And to select those, you just press that little yellow bar selector button and change the type of source that you want to trigger on. So a global alarm, if any detector on the entire system goes into an alarm, that would then energize the relay. It's probably one of the most common, that and zone are the most common types of relay configurations. So we'll select zone because it's a little bit different than global, because what you do is you have to select the zone number of the trigger. So right now it's for zone number 1. To change it to number 2, oops. You press it, and up comes the keypad. So we'll change it to number 2. So it's going to trigger on zone 2, and you can program it to trigger on low alarm, mid alarm, high alarm, or fault, depending on what you want the action to do. So we'll just select low alarm. That'll trigger on zone 2. So we just press the low, and we change the no to a yes, and that becomes the trigger. So right now we'll trigger on zone 2 any low alarm. You can also program the relay to be normal, which normal means it'll, once the alarm set point is reached at low, it'll stay on. As soon as it drops below that low level, it'll turn off. The other source is latching. So what will happen there is that once the alarm level is reached, that relay will energize, and it will stay energized. And the third one is audible. Audible is used when you're going to be triggering an audible device like a horn for this relay coil. So when it's programmed for audible, you're allowed to silence it so the horn isn't going off all the time. So typically we'll program them for normal actuation. The other type of programming feature you have is polarity. Typically they're normally de-energized, but you can normally energize the relay coil so it's picked up when there isn't an alarm condition, and when there is an alarm condition, that coil will then de-energize, and that's kind of like a fail-safe type mode of operation. But mostly they're programmed for normally de-energized. So once you've selected your trigger, your alarm set point, your latch type, your polarity, what you'll do is you'll press keep try, it'll be okay, and then you'll press the close button, and now you're allowed to go and either close out or permanently save. If this was the only relay that you're going to program, then you would just hit permanently save. But I'll just close out, and then we'll go to, you can see now that this relay is actually programmed. This is an unprogrammed relay. You can press permanently save and then go back. Otherwise, I want to program another relay, so I'll program coil number 2. Again, you modify assignments, check the trigger source, we'll say global, and then we'll say high alarm, and we'll say it's normally de-energized. We'll press keep try, close, close. Now you'll see this relay's program, and now I'm done programming the relays for the video. So what I'll do is I'll just hit the permanent save, and now it keeps that relay programming in the memory, and it reboots the 3500 HMI. And then it just comes back to normal. You're no longer logged in, and you can do the next sequence if you want to. And that's the end of this video.